All right, let's go. Hi, folks. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to more Dead Space Remake. I hope you've had a great weekend so far. It is cold and rainy here in San Francisco, and I'm glad to be indoors and hanging out with you all. And today we're doing something that I'm really excited about and have been wanting to do pretty much ever since I heard it was a thing and have not had a chance to, and we're going to do it live right now. We are going to get our way to not only the end of Dead Space Remake, but also see the secret ending in New Game Plus. I don't know what it is. I know the basic summary of what it is, but I don't really know, like, what we're going to see. Ultimately, in New Game Plus, there are 12 little fragments of the marker that are hidden around the Ishimura. And if we find them and place them in this little puzzle that exists in Captain Matthias's bedroom, then it'll unlock a secret ending for us that apparently does a better job bridging Dead Space 1 to Dead Space 2. And that seems to be something that we've seen a lot happen in this particular game. Is the remake seems to, like, one of their design priorities seem to be creating a feature parity between Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2. 3 years happened between those two games, and, you know, who knows when they made Dead Space 1 how much of Dead Space 2 was actually already planned out. Also, I've worked in film and other creative mediums before, and, like, your initial idea may be very different than the final product, and so, like, you know, they may have had an idea of where this was going to go, and it's changed a lot in those 3 years. Who knows? But they kind of, you know, it seems like Motive sort of said, okay, we understand Dead Space 2 is the fan favorite, which, I mean, I would agree that it probably is. I think I would say I like 1 the best, but 2 is a very close second. If you like 2 the best, that's great. There's a lot to love about 2, and I think that's a totally valid opinion. But, like, you know, clearly they're like, all right, there's so much love for 2. We want to make this feel like one continuous, like, gameplay series that you're doing, as opposed to seeing this big jump in features from Dead Space 1 to Dead Space 2 like we see here. So, where we're at right now, welcome to this cheery scene, by the way, on the crew deck. Where we're at right now is yesterday we played a little longer than I thought we were going to. We had a really good group going, and I just kind of felt like rolling through it. But that meant that, like, we finished chapter 7 through chapter 10. So we really only have 2 chapters to go today, and 1 is not very long. Chapter 11 is pretty quick. It wraps up a lot of the plot threads, but that does mean that, like, you know, chapter 12 is going to be where we spend the majority of our time today. Little bits of content warning, obviously spoilers. We're going to see everything today, including the final boss and the ending, and if you have never played Dead Space before and you don't know how it ends, like, it's going to be on today's stream, so just keep that in mind. Also, content warning, there is some discussion about a character unaliving themselves. I will give a warning before that happens, but it's going to be pretty prominent, and I can't avoid it. So, if you prefer not to watch content about that, I totally respect that, but there's no way we can't show it, given that it is kind of central to the theme. So, with that said, why don't we, let me go ahead and just kill the music there so we can just get our ambience on. Why don't we get our friends on TikTok on and then get started? So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll be up and running. Now, since yesterday, if you watched yesterday's stream and you're coming back, thank you for being here again. We still have to do 1 more marker fragment. I did go and collect a bunch of the ones from before. So I went off screen yesterday, like, while we weren't streaming, and went and collected the missing marker fragments. There was, I think, like 4 or so that we missed. Some were obvious, and I kind of, smacked myself in the head for that. And some of them were a little tougher to find. But none of them required, like, significant backtracking or anything like that. I felt like they were pretty well spaced out. So we have 1 left, and then we do have to go and place it before we leave the Ishimura. So we can't, there's none of them that are missable unless you finish up chapter 11 and then go down to the Aegis 7 for the final chapter. But for now, we are going to bid goodbye to the crew deck. So this was where Chapter 10 took place. Now, as a quick plot recap, in case you're in case you don't recall what we did yesterday or you weren't here for it. Isaac and the remaining survivors have found a shuttle that can get them off the ship. Everyone is trapped on the Ishimura right now, and the Ishimura is overrun with necromorphs, which are reanimating the corpses of the ship's crew and turning them into monsters. So the idea is they were going to escape from that. However, they figured that, this outbreak is going to continue unless this artifact that was taken from the planet below, called the Marker, is returned to the planet where it was stolen from, which is the planet that we are orbiting right now. So they've decided to use the shuttle to instead return the Marker back down to where it was taken from, and hopefully that will put an end to this nightmare. So that's where we're at right now. So the shuttle has been moved. We have to collect the Marker now. It was moved to the cargo bay. However, there's these tendrils that are holding it in place. We can't take it and load it onto the ship right now, which is why Isaac is going to go do that. Now, Isaac is wearing the New Game Plus armor. So if you're wondering why he looks like this right now, this is the bonus New Game Plus armor, since we already did beat this. And he's wearing something kind of unique. This is the foam finger weapon here. And you get this for completing the game in Impossible mode. Now, Impossible mode is just regular old Dead Space, but like on hard mode, except it's in permadeath. So if you die once, you either have to end your run or get kicked into hard mode instead. So I was able to beat the game in Impossible mode, and thankfully that got us the foam finger weapon, and that's what we're using for this playthrough. So that's going to mean that we do have a bit of an advantage. It one-shots nearly everything in the game. So it is going to make this run a little broken, and I'm kind of okay with that. I actually think it's sort of fun to do that. So just to see this in a way that like we've never actually done before. But yeah, let's roll on through, and we're going to take the crew quarters here, and we're going to head to the flight deck. The flight deck is where the cargo bay is living, so let's head on out that way. And we're just going to roll all the way down here. Unlike if you played the original game, you know that, of course, there was, it cut away from you as you move between decks. The Ishimura is basically one giant entity in the remake, which I love. It was a great way to kind of expand the world here, and I think they did a great job with it. All right, so we're back to the flight deck. This is where everything started. This is the first level of the game, and we are now on Chapter 11. So everything is kind of going very wrong at this point, as you can imagine. I'm going to hit the store real quick and just drop off some stuff in inventory, because I am well overloaded here. Let's see. A lot of it is stasis packs. Oh, that's right. We have so much stuff that I'm just going to have to start dropping things. In fact, let's just do that. Like, we're not ever going to need all these stasis packs. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell it. We're also not going to need the credits. I have so many freaking credits on this run, but like, since they're just not going to be necessary, we may as well make some money off them instead of dropping them. That's probably enough. We're also, I don't recall if there's any more areas without oxygen. I'm going to keep 2 of these in here just in case, but that's probably like all we're ever really going to need. All right. There we go. Cool. All right. So we're going to head to the cargo bay. So the cargo bay, where are you? Is right over here. And there's a big old fight that happens in here. So I'm going to save my game real quick just so we don't have to replay it in case things go wrong. Because we can potentially die in here. It's like, this is one of the wildest sort of like stand-up fights in the game. I'm going to check one thing here real quick, if you don't mind. Let's see here. Just in case. I want to see... Yeah, actually, we're doing all right. Let's keep going. Okay, just checking some things internally. Cool. All right, let's get back to it. So, did our save. Now then. Oh, I see what's happened here. Hold on. Oh, cool. All right. Okay, so this is the cargo bay. The cargo bay was unlocked until just now. And here we are. This is a new room for us. As you can see, there's an exploder out there, and I don't like those things. And we've got... there's the marker. So if you haven't seen it yet, this is what the marker looks like in the remake. Now, what I love is if we look at the marker for too long, it has this deep bass and this pulsing effect. You could really see, like, it just feels like it's drilling into your brain. We cannot pull it out right now, though, because we have all of this right here that we need to remove first. So let's head on down. There's also a ton of items down here. So if you haven't yet, it's very worth making sure that you have what you need nearby. Now I'm going to do a few things here. First, we are going to make some room. And we're going to collect our Peng statue. There she is. Hey, Peng.
Warning. Structural integrity compromised.
And it's worth it to go around the room a little bit. In fact, I'm going to do just that. We're going to spend a good part of this fight over here, kind of like in this little zone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to create... Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Now, luckily, if you're familiar with the game, you know that, like, typically when you shoot these things, it ruptures their sacks and they blow up with swarmers. With the foam finger, that doesn't happen. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is try to create a little barricade. We're gonna expand on it in a little bit. And the hope is that we're going to stop people from coming down this path. Now, that's going to mean that they are going to have to come through this path over here. There is an air vent, so we can't totally prevent this from happening. But hopefully we'll be able to prevent too many of them from coming down this side and be able to focus our defense over here. So, let's see. While we're waiting, I'm also going to pull this stasis jar and just put it somewhere we can easily shoot it if we need to. So if things start getting wild over here, I want to be able to shoot the stasis jar and just have it, like, explode on me. All right. That's gonna slow down literally everything nearby. And that might be a huge help to us if we find ourselves in trouble. All right, we got some credits. More stasis packs. So the reason we're getting so many stasis packs from the game is because we don't technically have a weapon in our inventory. So they will give you ammo based on the weapons you have in your inventory, right? Which makes sense. Aha! Here's our final marker fragment. Okay, all right. So when we're done here, we need to go over to Matthias's quarters and use that because that's going to activate the secret ending. All right, so that's all done. Now, so far so good. There's not too much in here that's trying to eat our face. That's not going to last for long because, as you can imagine, when we start moving the marker, everything is going to have a big opinion about that because it's all sort of tied to the marker in a sense. All right, so we collected all of our stuff. Let's get this node. All right, now then, we need to shoot these little kind of infected pods here, and they are going to break up the tentacles. Or tendrils, whatever they are. Oh, we got one of these things. These things are actually kind of a pain. There we go. And the reason for that is normally there's more of an area where you can aim, but right now we just kind of have one dot with the foam finger. Now, the good news is, of course, if we do hit with that, then we're not going to have to hit that thing ever again. We have an audio log. Let's listen.
I'm being held prisoner by Dr. Mercer.
We'll talk about this.
That lying fucker lured me off the mining deck to build something. To make his marker start converging? I don't know. Please, if you find it, don't touch that marker. Mercer, run. I love you. After David, I never imagined Fuck, he's coming back.
Time to go, Mr. Temple. You can just leave your force gun here.
If you want me to build your shit, I'll need it.
But you won't need these modifications, will you? They look like they could hurt someone. I'll hold on to them. There. Now the marker. You can go ahead of me, Mr. Temple. Safety first.
Safety first, indeed. So that all happened, let's see, that was Dr. Mercer. So Mercer is a devout unitologist. He's kind of like the villain on board the ship, if you will. And he had Jacob Temple trying to help him start convergence with the marker. Now, they were not successful, thankfully. Mercer, unfortunately, killed Temple, and then Mercer died in the prior chapter as well. So they're both gone. So let's head on up here. But that information will be important later, so I want you to hang on to that if you haven't seen the ending yet. Now, I just want to save real quick because we are pretty much right about to start the big fight. Uh-oh. I think something is just to my left. I don't think it'll attack me while I'm at a save station, but we're about to find out. Oh, there you are. So as you can see, it pretty much just takes out anything in the game. I'm gonna... Man, these stasis packs. Yeah, let's just go and head on back down. All right, so now we're ready for the fight. Now, I created a barricade over there. So I'm gonna go the long way around, and I'm also gonna move this. In case the barricade does not work for me, I want to have these stasis jars ready to go. Not that I'm hurting for stasis right now, but you never know. It never hurts to have those things go off in the middle of a fight. Unless you're saving them and you blow them up prematurely or at the wrong time. Alright. Let's roll on over. Okay. Alright, so cargo control. Let's retrieve our cargo. We're going to move the marker. Now, if you played the original game, you actually had to drag the marker. And that was a little tougher because obviously, like, everything's going to try to attack you and you're trying to drag something, so you kind of have to multitask a little bit. The marker will move automatically. However, it's going to get stuck and we're going to have to free it up. So it's going to work a little differently than the base game.
Shipment 782 is misaligned. Retrieval may be delayed.
All right. So far, so good, but they're coming.
Maximum weight load exceeded.
There we go.
Warning. Cable stress is beyond safe operating limits. Crane malfunction imminent.
There's one over there.
Loading shipment 782. Beginning retrieval.
Okay, here comes the marker. Still in one piece. Yeah, the marker is pretty durable. That's very true. All right, so that's great, but it's not going to be able to cross over here. I hear you.
Access bridge is obstructing transfer.
Okay, so there's our first obstacle. Now, I did, of course, put the... Now, put exploders and pregnants together can be very difficult, but not when you have the foam finger. It does kind of make things a lot easier. All right, let's see. Let's keep rolling. Whoa! Oh yeah, we got that thing, which we can also one-shot. So let's see. That does make this whole section a little bit easier. All right, so we got to lift this bridge. Now, if we do that, we are going to trigger... Are they still here? Maybe we got those two already. All right, well, that makes things easier. All right, let's... Now, I want to be very careful not to stomp on that sack, because that will definitely blow me up.
Access bridge is
Okay.
obstructing transfer.
Now then. Now we're gonna let it work its way around. Oh wait, we have not fully got rid of this bridge yet, or did we? Can it go? It can go. Now we got this guy. So we're kind of playing King of the Hill. I hear another exploder. There it is. Phew. Ooh, nice job, buddy. Got a piece out of me. Good work. Ooh, missed it. All right.
Bridge is obstructing.
Now that one. Okay. I think we're safe for the moment. We are gonna lift up the bridge. And that should get the marker to its destination. Let's see. Is that enough? It sure is. Okay, good.
Transfer to the hangar bay.
The marker. Good work, Mr. Clark. On our way.
Kine, your flight path goes by airlock 19. I can get there from the computer core.
The pickup. Yes, we'll be there.
Okay.
To the airlock alone?
No movement on.
Hey, Alan.
I'm just gonna run for it. Wish me luck.
So, Alan, you can get this suit if you beat the game and you played in New Game Plus. So this suit is only available in New Game Plus. But it's the best suit in the game in terms of armor, so it's definitely worth it. And then you get the foam finger for beating the game in impossible mode. So right now we're ripping through this with the best armor and with the foam finger. So as you can imagine, New Game Plus is not all that difficult right now. That's okay though. We're playing this to have some fun. All right. So we need to head to the flight deck and to load up the marker. But before we do that, we have to go do something very important. We got the last marker fragment, and now we need to go drop off that marker fragment in Captain Matthias's bedroom. So, uh-oh, wait a minute, I went the wrong way. So let's go back this way to the tram station, and we're going to take a slight detour over to the crew deck. And when we go do that, that's going to allow us to activate the secret ending. So let's head on back to the tram and pop over to the crew deck. Alrighty. So the crew deck is over here. And this will be kind of like the last side trip that we have to make on this run. Because other than that, we finished just about everything that we need. We have all the upgrades. We have more credits and nodes than I know what to do with at this point. But that's okay, because Chapter 12 is no joke. Even with the super weapon here, it can get a bit gnarly very quickly. So let's see how we do. All right, so let's go pop over to the crew deck. Now, because we already beat this area, everything should be dead. But as we know, there are dynamic encounters that are available to us in these various rooms. So it is entirely possible that we're going to get jumped at some point here, even though we already beat this level. All right. Okay, so if you remember the crew deck, even in the original game, it's divided kind of into three sections. Kind of the enlisted, the officers, and then the executive area with all the senior officers. And so we got to go to the seniorest level that's out there and go find Captain Matthias's room. Now, let's see. That is, I believe it's over, I think it's over there. Let's double check before we get too deep into here. Yes, executive quarters. All right, good. Oh, is that... I think that those things are dead. We'll find out. All right. And we roll on here. These are the past captains of the Ishimura. And then finally, we're going to go over here to Captain Matthias's room. These are all the other marker fragments that we found. And now we're going to place the last one. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I don't know what that means yet, but we finished the puzzle. So whatever is in store for us, it's going to happen. We just got to roll with it. All right. Let's head back, and we're going to go to the flight deck, and we're going to load up the marker. God dang it, that freaks me out.
Warning. Structural integrity.
I hate that. I've played this game so many times, and the jump scares, they still get me. I will probably never lose that. It probably makes the game more fun for me, but man, I don't know. I hate going back and seeing myself on stream being like, it's cool. It's fine. Whatever. All right. Let's roll on back to the common area. It's on floor 2. And yeah, now we can just kind of follow the critical path all the way. There we go. All right, so we take the crew deck tram all the way back here. Have a productive day. I love that. And we go back to the flight deck.
Flight deck tram control.
All right. So, as we push on, we're going to load up the marker onto the shuttle. It's not too terribly difficult, really. There's going to be a couple of leapers that'll pop out and try to stop us. Not that big of a deal. And then we're going to see some pretty significant plot developments. If you have not seen Dead Space 1, a whole lot of stuff is about to get resolved. I never guessed the right direction, you know? All right. So, we're headed to the flight lounge.
Emergency.
This is where the game started. So if you're on... Oh, wait, 1 second.
Fuck, it's my brother. On the monitor, he's right by the airlock.
Don't let this place get to you. Kendra, we're out of time.
He's not there. I can make it if I run.
Okay, so that's Kendra. She's your kind of the last remaining compatriot you have from your original mission. Everybody else has died. And she has been seeing... she's been hallucinating her dead little brother. So he's been kind of popping up to her, and she knows that he's not real. Obviously, she knows he's dead, but it is definitely starting to crack her, too. And uh-oh. All right, we are locked in until we take out everything in the room. So what all is here? That was a neat little whisper from Hammond. Those are the Twitchers. They're a little easier to take out when you can one-shot them. Oh, that... You didn't get one shot. That was a two-shot for you. Oh, this is new. I don't know that we had Hammond's whispering here. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think this happened in regular NG. If somebody knows, if this happens like all the time, let me know. But I don't recall these flashbacks from Hammond. There's been a few small things. Like, there's definitely been a couple of like little plot elements that they've dropped in New Game Plus that are not in the standard NG game. I don't entirely know. Like, I haven't seen like a full list. They've kind of not really advertised that, but they left a few things like for surprise, and I appreciate that. I really do. All right, so here's the flight deck runway. This is now open. This is the first time we've been able to go into this room. Oh, man, it's so misty in here. That can't be good. All right.
Mr. Clark, your colleague's safely on board.
My name is Kendra Daniels. Stand by, Isaac. He's bringing the shuttle in now.
Okay, so Kyne and Kendra are both on here. Kyne is the chief science officer, and he's the one who realized that if we return the marker, we might actually stop the outbreak. So he and Kendra have not met yet, until now.
Run the automated loading controls. Must be the damage to the ship.
We're losing time. The hive mind is down there.
Kyne, relax. I'll turn off the gravity in the hangar, then I can load the marker by hand.
All right. No, don't worry, Amelia. They understand.
Jesus.
All right, so Kyne is also seeing his dead wife, Amelia. He's been talking to her. He clearly thinks she's there. Kendra is aware that he's hallucinating, and is kind of not really thrilled to be working with Kyne on this mission, frankly, because of that. But I think I can drop these without them blowing up. Let's see. Yep, I can. I'm going to hang on to this one, because we are going to have some leapers to deal with up here later. But I'm going to turn off gravity and move the marker. That must be handy for moving large objects. All right, where are we here? Let's just deactivate the gravity.
Entering zero gravity.
Okay, and that'll allow us the time we need. Now, we were already here earlier. If you remember when we moved from Chapter 2 to Chapter 3, we had kind of like ventured over here. You can go off the path a little bit and get into this area that you typically can't until the very late game. We were able to get almost everything except for this one footlocker that had level 3 clearance. And the reason it had level 3 clearance is because there's a diamond semiconductor in here. It's worth 25,000 credits, and we should definitely never, ever, ever miss that. But now that's done, we're going to head over here using our grab boots, and we're going to go change the power to flow from the to the cargo rail tracks from the loading bay shutter. So that's going to close that shutter over there, and allow us to power up the tracks, because that's how we're going to move the marker. That marker should be coming up here momentarily. There it is. There you are, you big red jerk. All right, this door has never been opened to us before, so let's go ahead and collect everything in here. We are full up again. We'll have to drop some stuff in a moment. Unless it's a stasis pack, in which case we are so completely good. Now, it looks like we're going to need... I don't know if we need this battery. I'm pretty sure we don't, actually, because the tracks are powered up. Now, we're going to have to direct the marker to the correct track. So what we're going to do is wait. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a Dead Space game if you could just do this without getting attacked. All right, so the marker needs to be repositioned. Let's turn it. These red guys here, these are the phantom necromorphs that are supposed to be the toughest, most durable necros in the game. However, they don't stand up very hard to the foam finger, as you can see here. Let's see, we need to rotate this and allow the marker to progress. Let's move on down the line here. Uh-oh. Oh, there's one. It's at my feet. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh, you drop credits. Give me that. Yeah. All right. All right, the marker's still moving on down, and we just got to load it on up. Now, here, another one. There's another one down there somewhere. Do I have to... Yeah, there we go. Where is it? There it is. Ow! And that's it.
The safeties are still on. I need to restore gravity before we can load it.
Hurry, please.
Okay, so we got to go back to the control panel, restart the gravity, and then we can head on down to Aegis 7. I'm just going to use these smaller guys here, and then we may as well just start dropping. There's no store nearby. All right. Bye, stasis packs. Thanks for taking up my inventory. I'm glad I didn't need you. All right. Let's pop on over here and restart the gravity.
Exiting zero gravity.
Now then, let's go meet up with everybody.
Come quickly.
Go open the hatch for him.
All right, so here's Kine, and surely everything is going to be fine. Ooh. Bye, Dr. Kine. All right, we're going to talk about this in a moment. I'm going to let this play out, and we're going to talk about what's happening here in a moment. Oof.
Sorry, Isaac. I couldn't trust him with the marker.
Kendra, what are you doing?
What my department sent me here to do. Even if the Valor couldn't help me out like I wanted.
Department? Who are you?
I work for EarthGov, cleaning up a very, very old mess. I told you and him the Aegis 7 was off limits. The planet was one big government experiment. The marker, this divine artifact, it was built by human hands.
That's impossible. It's an alien world. The miners dug up the fucking thing.
After it was planted here a few hundred years ago. Even Kai didn't pick up on that. They found the first marker in some crater on Earth. That one. That was real. Alien. Enough to inspire unitology. Our people studied it and reverse engineered this red marker. But they needed somewhere to test it.
Aegis 7.
You've seen the result. The stuff of nightmares. I thought the old reports were just hysteria. Until I saw what I saw. sealed off the whole system, buried the records nice and clean. Until CEC got greedy. Those idiots tore Aegis 7 apart, and woke up with the old research team left behind.
So EarthGov sends you to sweep it all under the rug. Damn it, we have to return the marker. If anyone else stumbles across Aegis 7...
It was disappeared once. We can do it again. I've seen how the marker fucks with your head. It must be contained. For what it's worth, we made a great team. You'll find another way off the Ishimura. I mean, you're one hell of an engineer.
Your experiment's gonna kill us all!
All right. So, let's see. I think we're going to get some more plot here in a second. But if you played the original Dead Space, you know, the original Kendra was a bit more of like a mustache twirling.
Take the marker. She doesn't understand.
Whereas this Kendra is a little more sympathetic. She's still wrong. But she seems to be like doing... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Isaac, come in. It's Nicole.
Where are you?
In the flight control room. Please, you have to come up here now. There's still a way out for us, but we don't have much time.
All right. So yeah, so this Kendra is a little more sympathetic, seems to be a little bit more focused on keeping the marker hidden, not because it's like, haha, we're going to take it now, but like because she recognizes how dangerous it is. Now, Kendra and the marker off in space on their own, I don't know if that would have honestly gone all that well, but I guess we'll never know. Because, rather, well, we may in a bit. So she is taken off here. She's a little bit less kind of like evil towards Isaac in that big reveal there. But yeah, she's kind of working for the government, sent here to stop EarthGov. Killdust asked, is Peng still in the same place? They sure is. She sure is. She is. Well, she's currently right here in my inventory. But we just did the cargo bay not too long ago. Colin, thank you for following. Glad to have you here. So yeah, so Peng is still in that locker. And that makes things a little bit easier, you know? All right, now let's go up to the flight down. So we just heard from Nicole. Now, if you're not familiar with the game, Nicole is our girlfriend, who we've been trying to find, and she's been sort of popping up and down. She's the senior medical officer on the ship. We haven't seen her for a few chapters, and it looks like she wants to help us retrieve the marker. So that's nice of her to do that. And so we're going to head up here to flight control and see what Nicole would like us to do.
Warning. Structural integrity compromised.
Let's see. I think... Do we get jumped in here? I don't know that we do. So far, so good. All right. So here's flight control. Now, I love this. How you can kind of see how, like... It's a good representation of some things that we'll talk about later. All right. Here's Nicole.
There you are.
Thank God you're here. The ship's coming apart. I saw what you've been through. Your investigation, Mercer. What happened with us?
We don't have to talk about it.
I need you to know I'm sorry about everything.
It's okay, Isaac. You know I forgive you. I love you.
Well, good, but
There's still hope. You can recall the shuttle and remote pilot it from here. Bring back the marker and we can return it to Aegis 7. You can make us whole again.
I just want to make things right.
Then let's do it together.
All right. So Nicole's going to help you return the marker. And the only way to do that, of course, is to recall the shuttle that Kendra just took.
USG-09. Prepping remote docking procedures.
Damn it, Isaac! You don't know what you're doing!
I know you don't understand the marker like I do.
You fucking
That's probably true.
Warning. Escape pod launch detected from shuttle USG-09.
Escape pod. Damn! We lost her.
It doesn't matter. She can't escape her fate. But who can?
Is that... Let's see. Oh, wait, no. Okay. We have to actually get the shuttle back. So here's the shuttle. Kendra, of course, took off in an escape pod. So she has, she's made her way down to Aegis 7 now.
Here it comes.
which is what we'll be doing as well.
Ishimura's finished. If we get on that shuttle, there's no going back.
Leave no regrets. Go. I'll reprogram the shuttle with our flight path to Aegis 7 and join you on board.
It's kind of a nice reminder just to let you know, like, hey, look, if there's any other side quest you need to do, this is the time.
Never again.
Because we're not coming back to the Ishimura ever again. Well, till the sequel, anyway. All right. Let's see. Let's go on down. Now, luckily, because we've already did the marker statues, we are good to go. There's nothing more we need of this big old hunk of steel. And there's one less Twitcher on this this place. I have zero problems with that. Let's roll on down. All right, so we're gonna go get on that shuttle and get the heck out of here. Anything new? Nope. Okay. Oh, we do have these guys. They are a little easier to deal with now. I think there's one behind me. I hear it. Where are you? Ow! Oh, there you are. Oh, no fair hiding in plain sight. More stasis packs. Of course there are. Where's the... I'll take the credits. All right. And let's see. Actually, do I want to save? I may as well. Permit me just one little detour here. I'm just going to go run into the flight lounge and create a save file. This is probably my best chance to, like, clear out some little achievements and such. I'm not going to do it on stream. But it's probably, like, the last chance I'm going to have to really, like, go and tear through this place here. So just in case, let's just make one little save file before we leave. And then we are done with this place. Let's get the heck out of here. Thanks for nothing. All right. So like I mentioned, Chapter 11, not very long. Uh-oh. Get out of here, you. But pretty important to the overall story. So Kendra is still down on Aegis 7. We're going to take the marker that's already loaded up here somewhere. Is the marker... Where is the marker? Maybe it's I think it's, like, actually loaded up inside the ship. Cool. All right. So the marker's on board. And we're going to head on down and finish the chapter. This is nice. I appreciate this. More games should do this. You're about to leave. You'll not be able to return. Any active side missions will be abandoned. That's okay. Let's roll. All right, and that's Chapter 11.
I never doubted you, Isaac. I knew you'd come back for me.
Are you ready?
Yes. We're together again. Nothing can stop us now. This isn't how I imagined saying goodbye to the Ishimura. Steady.
It's loud, isn't it?
Are you afraid, Isaac?
No. There's nothing to fear.
You've come so far. This all began in the core of the planet.
Daniel said EarthGov built the marker. Some experiment they abandoned hundreds of years ago.
If you're not ready, your miracle must be as terrifying as a nightmare. The planet is restless, hungry.
It's important.
It'll try to eat us alive. But we have the marker. We'll put things back the way they were. We will be whole again.
We sure will. Okay. All right, out we go. We have a small... Yep, okay. So we haven't been down here yet. This is our first visit to the planet. This is Aegis 7. This would be the planet where the marker was originally located and brought up to the Ishimura. This is a great little... Okay, this is obviously going to be important later. But this is the big old chunk of the planet that they were mining on the Ishimura, being held up by just these fields of gravity tethers. And so the Ishimura was then kind of taking this apart little piece by piece. Oh, well, wait, where is she? Hang on.
You can upload the marker from the console. Come on.
Yep, I'll do that in just a second. Hold your horses. But yeah, like, I really appreciate, like, the how they really built into the scale of this thing. Now, how the hive mind appears in here later, I couldn't tell you that. But yeah, you can really kind of see just, like, how much of an operation this really was. And then, of course, the gigantic chunk of rock that's still kind of up there. Now, Nicole is here trying to urge us to move the marker, which we will do in a moment. I'm just going to do some resource grabbing. Not that we really need it, because I'm sure it's a bunch of stasis packs, but I wouldn't mind getting the nodes and such just in case. If we ever come back and play on this file again, might be nice. I think I have, like, all the... like, just about all the weapons now. I have all the weapons, but I have, like, all the upgrades and such. No, we're not even picking up stasis packs. Oh, never mind, we are. Because I have an itchy trigger finger. All right. Let's roll on back here. And let's pull the marker off the ship. Ah, there she is.
Gravity tethers on the Ishimura are feeling a tectonic load. We don't have long before all that rock falls. How do we do this?
The loading track leads directly to the excavation site. It'll work. The hive mind will obey. We'll be whole again. And you and I can be together.
Okay, so Nicole is going to go off and do whatever Nicole is going to do here in main control. We never go to main control, so I can't say what happens there. What I do know is over here, we need to restore power to the shutter, so we need a battery. We don't have one yet. Can probably find one here in the bunk room. Now, the battery's in there. There's a couple of infectors in there, too, so I just want to go around and collect everything we can. A couple of good little supply drops in this room. We'll be back here later, of course. I also should sell off Peng and free up some inventory there. Or store her.
This is Sergeant Bram Newman. DSEC evacuation report. The shuttle's gone. Took off and then crashed right back down into the bay. Took a whole crowd with it. Must be 100 people dead. We've lost the rest of the shuttles. God help us. There's no way out. Anyone hearing this, do not land. I repeat, do not land on Aegis 7. Fuck the Ishimura. They left us to die.
I mean, I would probably have the same attitude at that point. Let's see. Quick little text log. Retrieval order. Retrieve the victims of the mass suicide on Aegis 7. Of course, getting all of these bodies up onto the ship was not exactly very helpful because that just created more opportunities for necromorphs. But we only know that through hindsight. I am going to sell off a few things here. Sell off this diamond semiconductor. I'm going to store Peng, just for the sake of it. Which means I'm going to make some room here. Look at all these friggin' stasis packs. Best money-making opportunity in space. Don't need any of this stuff anymore. Alright. Now that we've done that, we're going to store Peng instead of selling her, just for, memories. There we go. Alright. Let's get ourselves a battery. Now we got a bench over there. If we open this up... We have a little bit of chaos that happens here. We got this one guy over here. I think we took out the 2 infectors, and now it's just the necro. Oh, man. All right, hang on. I have to push out of here. There we go. More stasis.
Changes us. Recombines us. But there's a dead space in that signal. Around the marker itself. The eye of the storm. They can't stay in it for long.
I've seen it. With this pedestal. Why there?
It amplifies. The marker's pulse will be felt across the planet. The dead will sleep. And the living will see what can't be forgotten.
All right, sounds very normal. Yeah, so that's the reason, of course, why we have to return the marker to this very specific place. It will apparently calm everything on the planet. It was a nice explanation as to why everything on the planet is attacking you. Because, like, really, if the planet wants the marker back, they should leave you alone right now. There's something right over there about to spit at me. So it never really made narrative sense why like everything on Aegis 7 tries to kill you, because really they should be out of your way. You're trying to give them exactly what it is they want, but they don't really understand that yet. So let's move the marker into the first supply lock here, and we're going to start off chapter 12's first real fight. This room is gnarly. It's not going to be too bad right now because we have the foam finger, obviously, but it's one of the tougher fights in the game if you don't have it. It was especially worrisome on impossible mode because I was like, man, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die here. Now, in the original game, you could position the marker right here by this bridge, and then that way... Oh, hey, thanks for subscribing. Let's see here if I get who is that? Let's see here. I'm still waiting for a name to pop up. Spider-Man Gamer, thanks for subscribing. Sorry, it looks like my chat isn't giving me names just yet, but appreciate you having you here. Welcome. All right. So then, the moment we cross in here, of course, we're going to get all sorts of new friends. So we can't block off this bridge. They can come in from right behind us, but for the most part, they're going to come in elsewhere. And so this isn't a bad place to make your stand. Oh, man. Oh, my aim. My aim is just wrecked on this thing. Okay, there we go. So far, so good. Well, there's just a few of them. Surely there's going to be more. I think maybe we have to advance further into the room. Let's see. Uh-oh. One of them popped down right next to me. It's a nice touch. If you hit that one in the armor, it won't one-shot him. It won't one-shot him. You actually really do have to get to, where is it? You really do have to hit him in the skin. Oh, we got one of these things. That's it. All right, we did it. Excellent. All right, let's open this up.
Do you miss them, Isaac?
Yeah.
They think they're dead. What do you think?
Marker saw who they really were. I don't remember them.
So was Peng moved, or was it in the same place in Chapter 11? Killed us. I'm not entirely sure. I don't actually know where it was in the original game. I know that Peng is in the cargo bay and went in a little locker in the remake. So I think I'm not sure if that's moving her or not. But right now she shows up. Well, she's available to you once you go in the cargo bay. All right. So we've done all that. Now the marker still needs to move a little bit further to get to this next lock. So to accomplish that, let's see. I'm gonna pop on over here. I think we might need a battery or something. Let's pop on over here. It was basically right next to the Kellyan if you looked over the edge down on the floor. Oh, okay. No, I guess Killed Us, they moved her in that case. That might be why I never found her in the original game anyway. You could see it in Chapter 1, which is funny. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my god, I need to go back and find that. Rick Warham says it's hilarious. Isaac makes the sound of the gun when you fire the finger. Yeah, he basically goes, your primary is bang. And then the alt fire is pew. That's great. All right. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and just open that up. Get us whatever treasures are in here. And then we can continue on our way. Killed us. Am I going for the bad ending? Well, I don't know if it's the bad ending, but what I'm going to do is we are on New Game Plus and we are going to do the secret ending. Whether it's the bad ending, I don't know. I know it ties in more to Dead Space 2, which is probably the bad ending because things do not go well for Isaac in the interim between Dead Space 1 and 2. So I'm guessing that's what it is. But as for, I don't know anything about it beyond that. I have a Dead Space 2 video that was making the rounds on YouTube right now. As you can imagine, I have been avoiding spoilers as much as humanly possible, and everybody is so excited to tell them to me. I can't tell you how many comments like I've had to like avoid commenting on because of that, but that's okay. Today will be the day that we finally get past that, and I can enjoy the game again. All right, open shutter. Let's go into the next section.
Isaac, there's no power in this section. The marker won't move. We're losing time.
It's okay. Hit test connection. What's it say?
Power failure detected. Tether generator. Lost in control.
Are you dead yet?
I'm on it.
I think there's an exploding jar around here somewhere. Is there? Ah, there it is. Come here, give me that. That usually takes that thing out. No, not yet. I'm just trying to hit the tentacle as fast as possible. No, one more. There we go. Okay, not too bad. Oh, the chapter names are still the same. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, like the naming thing. I mean, you can't take out the whole Nicole is dead thing. You can't do it. It's just it's just a little bit too iconic. Fun fact: there used to be an exploit in the remake where if you stasis a guardian, it'll just blow up. Really? Oh, did they take that out? I never was able to do that. I've stasised them before, and it would just give you like extra time to shoot. I never actually had any of them blow up on me, but I am sorry I missed that because I hate these things. Oh well. All right, let's top ourselves up. Now we got to. It changes a little bit. Now there's no power, and so we're gonna have to go restore power by popping in here. However, how we do that is very different in the remake. You had to go down a fan tunnel in the original game. Contact thing is the best thing for him. Yeah. The contact, even the unupgraded contact beam in this game is so freaking broken. We were doing it like I didn't put one upgrade into the contact beam, and that would take out a brute in like 6 seconds. It's wild. All right, but for now, we're gonna have to go down this fan tunnel and restart the tethers. I guess actually, now that you think about it, it's not all that different from the original game. I'm gonna take the elevator on down. It just looks a little cool. Contact beam doesn't have any damage upgrades. It's all speed and ammo. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, the contact beam is, like, other than this, is easily the best damage output in the whole game. All right. So, we have to get power to activate the tether generators. That means we're going to have to pull the battery from the elevator and pop one over here. That's not going to be a problem for us, though. It's all in Dead Space 2 is God tier. Oh, that's awesome. I'm trying to do a hardcore run in Dead Space 2. I part of me wants to go back now that I've like tried the contact beam and maybe do that in Dead Space 2 instead. Especially fully upgraded. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, now that I've gotten a little bit better with the contact beam, I think I might go back and redo my my hardcore save. We got up to chapter 6, but it wouldn't take that long to do it again. Especially because stasis everything around it when you shot the ground with that upgrade. Oh, that does sound really good. I might go back and get that. Although you don't get the contact beam until pretty late in the game. Well, I mean, it's like chapter 7. I think it's in the solar array where you get that. Oh, wait a minute. That was the wrong place. That's the elevator. That's not the spot. It's over here. That's okay. All right. Now we should be able to restart the generator. Jada Gamer, thanks for following. Okay, off we go. You remember he showed up in 5 or 6. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. That's possible. Killed us. Thanks for following. All right. That's 0 grav, and now we're going to work our way.
Isaac, power is slowing again. Come back to the marker quickly. The excavator takes to
Now, by doing this, we are going to restart the fans, which does not actually work out in our favor, but that's okay. All we got to do is stasis, then we'll be all right. Just means we got to move relatively quickly. There we go. Excuse me. We'll have to do this a few more times. And I think that's it. Cool. All right. So that's where we came in. Let's head on back. It's been years. Right now you're on Halo, but then Dead Space. Oh, man. You're going to have such a good time with this, Killdust. It's so good. All right. This is actually a pretty tough fight, this one we're going into, but I've never done it with the foam finger. I'm going to go ahead and assume it's going to be a little easier now. What there is a combination of brutes and exploders. Now, you can use the exploders to your advantage to take out the brutes if you need to, but like if you get cornered by a brute and exploder comes up, that can be game over. So it can be a little tough. This is the only reason you bought a PS5. Oh, you are in for a treat. All right. Now the marker's going to start moving, which is great. We have power, but now these things are going to show up. Got something behind us. Oh, Phantom Necro. Ha! Awesome. We're able to just use the exploder to take out the brute. God, there's a lot of exploders. Do you not have to manually grab it anymore? No, Killdust, they actually do have it on a conveyor system now. So you don't have to manually drag it anymore. Oh, thanks, Dusty. That was legit. I've used that before, but I've never actually been able to one-shot a brute using the exploder. And we are on hard mode right now. So I swear I'm not playing like casual difficulty or anything like that. I mean, this basically makes it casual difficulty. Let's call it what it is, you know. All right, let's see. Now, if we open the bridge, the marker will move. The marker moves slowly, but it does move, thankfully. I'll get stasis up. That makes it so much easier. Yeah, it really does. I mean, and honestly, Killdust, if you played this as much as it sounds like you have, getting the foam finger is not going to be difficult. It's really not that bad. That'll make the final home stretch with the whack tentacles and twitchers easier. Oh, definitely. I mean, you can one-shot the tentacles and the twitchers. So twitchers are basically just necromorphs at this point. They're a little bit tougher, but the nice thing about twitchers in the remake, so their stasis units are in their uniforms like it is kind of in the lore in the original game. But if you hit the stasis units, it'll explode them, and basically everything around them will go into stasis. It's pretty great. All right. So I think we did everything we need here. I haven't been over here yet, and I just want to make sure there's nothing we missed. Did the brute drop anything? It usually drops like a node or something. I guess we got it, whatever it is. Okay. I think we got everything we need. Let's go ahead and roll on over. Wasn't there a bug where enemies will still attack you in the cutscene where you place the marker in the remake? I know that they'll attack you in Dead Space 2 in cutscenes. I haven't seen that in the remake yet. There might be, but I just haven't found it myself. All right. So next room. Now this room I think was just like supplies before. Now there's a little bit of a puzzle you have to do, because this biomass stuff is blocking the marker. So we're going to have to get rid of that. So to do that, we're going to work our way around here and find the little trigger points. More stasis packs. All stasis packs. Oh, gosh. All right. So starting off with you. Did I miss it? Oh, I did miss it. There we go. Dead Space 2 is your first horror game as a kid. That's a hell of a first choice. But a really good one too. Oh man, I would have loved that when I was a kid. I don't know that I would have fully understood it, but I would have loved it nonetheless. Back when it was 2011. It was January 2011 when that came out. So it's been 12 years since Dead Space 2, which is wild that it still looks so good. I can't tell you, we were streaming 2 recently, and I can't tell you how many people came into chat and thought it was the remake, which is, I mean, I think such a huge compliment to 2. Is something... Okay. Thought something was going to come up behind me. All right, more stasis. I think you can't... They have like an animation they do when they first drop out of the vent. You can't kill them during that. But then the moment they get out of that, then they're just dead meat. All right, so we got to work our way all the way around here. This is all new in the remake. This was not part of the original game. Because you can't get to this thing without being up here. Now, these things are a little easier with stasis. Especially with the new stasis module that actually hurts them. Oh, one left. I think that's everything. Yeah, so like these things in the swarmers, like now this upgraded stasis module will now actually hurt them as they're in stasis. So like you don't have to worry about having the flamethrower anymore if you have this thing. Okay, I think we cleared out... Yeah, the tracks are open now. All right, good. Let's go ahead and drop ourselves back down. And continue onwards. All right. And that's going to take us all the way to the end, just about. So we're going to kind of get in our final zone here. Now, this area is no joke. This actually... They do throw a lot at you here. We need to wait just a little bit. Come on, marker, hurry up. Let's go. Okay. Now then, this should open up any minute now, I think. Or is it... Oh, do I have to hit this? Shutter control. Yeah, all right. That's my fault. Okay, off we go. All right, now on to the excavation site. So this is where that pedestal is that Nicole was mentioning earlier. And that's specifically where we have to drop the marker in order for the planet to leave us the heck alone. Which, you know, to the credit to the to the lore team here, once you do drop the marker off, it really does actually leave you alone. I'm gonna save real quick. Just to make sure that, because, you know, a lot can go wrong here. There are exploders and such, so, like, you could die pretty quickly. Alrighty.
Get the marker to the pedestal. Hurry.
Now, in this, similar to the other room here, we're going to have to clear off these little tendrils. And to do that, we're going to have to walk around the zone here, because right now it's all blocked. Yep. I'm not too concerned about those tentacles anymore. Let's just stroll ourselves on over here. I think we have to be... Yeah, right there. Now that clears this one. And that's actually going to release a lot of them from over here. This is actually... kind of a big deal when you're playing it on NG. But with the foam finger, not too much trouble. There's one more. All right. Let's see. The path isn't totally clear yet, so we got to go on this side too. Anything here besides stasis packs? Credits. Credits. And credits. Sweet. Alright, this vent's already open. I assume nothing's gonna pop out, but you never know. Uh-oh. I do appreciate that the hive mind is more of like an omnipresent threat, not something that just shows up for the hell of it. I don't know if I have range to hit this thing. There we go. I love the exploder screams. Uh-oh. Woo, that was close. All right, I think we're good. Oh, text log. What are you? Patient. Oh, this might be new. I don't know that I got this yet. Okay, cool. Patient log. Doctor, let me just look around, make sure I'm not going to get jumped. All right, Dr. G. Abernathy, ages 7, clinic. I've quarantined the former Doctors Clifton and Hogan. We're barricaded in. I intend to keep a complete log no matter what happens out there. Different vectors of infection seem to be... Someone needs to keep a record. If the marker signal can change a body from a distance, we need to know. Update: the chest of Dr. Clifton's corpse has started to expand like it's taking a deep breath. Something appears to be happening under the surface of the skin. The body's convulsing. There's a yellowish, briny liquid bursting from its mouth. He's choking. He's... Oh my god, I hope it's gas release. Update. Okay, he's now, the esophagus is bulging and the jaw is collapsing. His head is splitting apart. It's reforming. It looks like proboscis with feelers. The chest is splitting along the center now. The chest is splitting and it's stretching, expanding outwards. The internal organs, muscle, bone, are bent inwards. Can I get a scanner, please? Another scanner. Thank you. Update. So the internal organs have reorganized themselves. The structure isn't. There seems to be a central organ now resembling a massive bladder. The bladder is filling with a liquid, some of which can be seen spilling from the creature's proboscis, so the two must be connected. I guess this is like a spitter. The legs are quivering violently. The flesh is peeling away and merging with the flesh from the chest. The leg just bent backwards, and the other one just snapped back at the knee as well. Starting to sit up. That's fully reanimated. Can we... Hello, yeah, PSEC. Anyone who's free to euthanize. Do I have to think of everything? All right. The spatter on the glass is making observation difficult. I missed that Dr. Hogan is also transforming, but it's not the legs are elongating, somehow flaying themselves. They're twisting into a mixture of his own internal organs into a single appendage like a tail. His face is contorting. The jaw is clenching and unclenching. It's clenching on itself, and several jaw-like appendages are emerging from its mouth, but it can't accommodate his head is splitting open too. Like Clifton's, I can't. Sounds of vomiting. He's circling the room. It's not like Clifton. It's like he's hunting. Does he see me? No, the vents. He's going for the vents. PSEC. Is anyone left? Sounds of impact, screaming, and an organic crunching noise. Ooh, gross. Love it. All right. I think we might have some more tentacles to deal with here. Otherwise, we might be clear. I don't believe we're safe just yet. Uh-oh. Where are you? Ooh, thanks for taking out that exploder sack for me. That could have been a problem if I was too close to that thing. All right. Now that's done, we have pretty much a clear path out to the marker. The pedestal. I think. Uh-oh. I gotta stop saying that. Every time I say we're fine, we're not fine. Uh-oh. All right, we got more of these guys. Anything here? I see that one. Oh, wow. They all woke up. Now, I remember you. Anyone else? Nope. Seems like we're good. All right. I promised I would give a content warning, and I'm doing it right now. The following content involves a character unaliving themselves. If you don't want to watch that kind of content, I respect that 100%. But you should probably bow out for the next, like, 5 minutes or so. All right. So we're at the pedestal. There's the marker pedestal right here. I guess this is part of it. And we're going to just load you up. All right, so theoretically, the planet will leave us alone now. Which it sort of does, for the moment. No, okay. Okay, so this is, yeah, we're actually seeing the gravity tethers failing here.
Payload. I'll restart the tether. Buy us time.
No.
Oh, that's a great detail. Look at this here. You can really see the gravity tethers, and you can see them, like, kind of like one by one going offline here as the marker signal hits it. All right, so we got to go reactivate the gravity tethers. Let's go accomplish that real quick. Uh-oh.
Isaac, there's no fixing this.
Let her go, Daniels.
Let who go? Can't you see how delusional you are?
We've got to go. The payload from the planet crack is about to fall.
I gave you a chance to come around, Isaac. But if you still won't see it, I'll help you. One last time.
Wrigley override.
This time, watch to the end.
Isaac, it's me. Oh, I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I just wish I could talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. Strange. Such a little thing. Just had a talk. That's all this research was in the end. Not much, is it? Just had to make it listen when he begged for convergence. But I had a different prayer. It spoke. And then it listened. Make this stop, I said. Maybe it understood, but... I can't return what was taken. Why can't I see you again, Isaac? I loved you. I always loved you.
She's Elizabeth Cross, that scientist from hydroponics. You both saw what the marker wanted you to see. Jacob Temple for her, and Nicole for you. Jacob. No.
No, she can't be. What the hell did you do?
You did this to yourself. Nicole's been dead this whole time. You just couldn't handle it, could you? Because if she's gone, at least now it'll be in safe hands. The marker won't turn anyone else into its puppet. Give me the loader remote. No. It's over. We're whole again. For Christ's sake, I'm not going to ask again, Cross.
No, enough people have died.
Then just do it. I've got nothing left to lose.
Cross!
It's better this way, Isaac. You'll never recover from what the marker's done to you. And when the tectonic load drops, all this will be buried. Just like Earth God wanted.
Okay, whole lot to talk about there. Wow. All right. So, what the heck just happened? And even if you are familiar with the original Dead Space, a lot of that is very different. You know, so first off, we kind of get a better explanation as to like what Isaac has been doing this whole time. Is that if you remember, of course, that's Dr. Elizabeth Cross, the head of hydroponics. Now, she has been, even in the original game, has been searching for Jacob Temple is her partner. And she's been looking for him. He's been looking for her. He was killed by Mercer in Chapter 10. And so now she's seeing Temple as you, and you've been seeing Nicole as Cross. So it kind of changes it a little bit, gives it a little bit more dynamic than, you know, and it actually kind of explains some of the, you know, the, I'll call them plot holes, I guess, from the original game. So I think it's a great twist, and it's a great like way to expand on an ending that we all know without tainting it, if that makes sense. Also, yeah, Kendra is, I mean, I guess, you know, in this case, she's a little bit more concerned about stopping the spread of the marker, and if that means killing the people who are already impacted by it, she's okay with that. You know, whether you think that's okay or not, I don't know. But yeah, there's kind of a whole lot that's happening there. Also, Nicole's message to you is a little different. So in this version, Nicole is, you know, she has been trying to figure out how to kind of counter Mercer's research. Mercer is trying to initiate convergence. Nicole is trying to stop it. And I think, you know, we kind of get a little bit more of like the sense of powerlessness she was having, where it was like she felt like she could talk to the marker, but she didn't know how to not just communicate with. She knew how to talk about it, but not just how to communicate. Here's AB Lux said, nice. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good, you know, it's a great way to kind of expound on Nicole's Nicole's like motivations during all this time. You know, like she was actively trying to stop the marker, and I think had sort of resigned herself to the fact that she could not. So yeah. So, but Kendra has taken the marker. Oh, sorry, a whole bunch of kill dust. Your responses just popped up at the same time. The construct was just smiling the whole time. Yeah, like Nicole's like the image of Nicole is just sitting there smiling at Isaac the whole time, and it's like I know that's what Isaac wants to see, and especially because like in prior episodes we saw their last conversation was a fight, and Isaac had said some pretty awful things. I mean, he was grieving, and so you know one could forgive him for that potentially, but like. Yeah, you know, he said some things to her that you would never want to be the last things you say to someone, and you know, so yeah, what Isaac really wanted was to see her happy again, and he did, even though what he's watching is something very different from that. Yeah, does the remake replace the original in continuity? I mean, I wonder. I don't know that the remake really retcons the original, because everything that happened in the original is still here. It's just that. Now, instead of seeing no one, he's seeing Dr. Cross. Now, in the original, Cross dies in Chapter 10. So Cross gets captured by Mercer along with Temple, and then then Mercer kills both Cross and Temple, whereas now he just kills Temple. Ben Russick, you have figured out life, sir. I don't know if I've done that, Ben, and I think you know for certain that I haven't. But yeah, wow, this is... that was quite a lot to take in. They got to make Dead Space 2 remastered. I certainly hope so. So it's Kill Dust is more of a pick of your flavor. Yeah, I think so. There's a few things I like better in the original game, but I feel like the remake allows you to do more of allows you to you know, have some options now, and I think really did add on a lot of good things. I have some small little things I like better in the original, but like the remake I think really did an excellent job. All right, so Kendra's taken the marker. And now, of course, the planet is pissed. And we're about to find out what happens when you piss off the planet in just a moment when we deal with what we're about to deal with. And if you've played this game, you know very well what I'm talking about, because we're about to do the final boss.
I can still make it before she leaves.
Oh, man. All right, we have all the stasis packs we need. We don't need any more. We're going to gear up when we get back into the flight control area here. Mostly a lot of med packs. We're not going to need any ammo. We might need a little bit of stasis, but we have, you know, we have so much freaking stasis right now. I will take the large med pack. The corruption has spread so much more and looks so... Yeah, it really does look alive. I wonder if it... Some of this is pulsing a little bit. Like, you can't see it with the light on. There it is. Okay, oh, more stasis. Don't need that. Let's see. Here's Ablux. I think you're asking. Sorry, yeah, I'm not sure if that's Spanish or Portuguese. If it's an Xbox exclusive. No, this is on PS5. It's on Xbox and it's on PC as well. So it's on everything, as far as I know. Let's open that up. Okay, all stasis. Oxygen tanks. We're not going to need oxygen tanks anymore. And then we can break the fuse, and we're going to pop right back over here where we were before in the living quarters. So if you all might remember this from the start of the chapter, I'm going to top up my health. That's probably more health than we're ever really going to need. Last time you saw it was basically a retexture of the walls. Yeah, the corruption is a much bigger deal in the remake. All right, so I'm going to... Do we need anything? No, I don't think we do, actually. I think I'm going to save real quick just in case things go wrong here. Oh, yeah. You don't have Xbox to play the game. I mean, you don't need Xbox, but if you have a gaming PC or you have a PS5, you can play it too. All right. So let's go. Hey, Phil. Good to see you. Welcome. Ford68. Welcome. This is we are pretty much at the end here. This is we are just returned after the hive mind was taken by Kendra, and sorry, after the marker was taken by Kendra, and we're about to meet the hive mind.
Last warning, Isaac. I mean it.
Uh-oh. Oh, Kendra, you should have been just a little bit faster. You were almost away. Oh, ow. Ooh. Bye, Kendra. Remind me to go check out her body later on. I want to see if there's anything on it. That sounds really morbid. I'm sorry. All right. Oh, boy. All right. This is a slightly remixed fight from the original Hive Mind. A lot, like, all the same beats are here, but they're in a slightly different order, and I'll tell you what I mean in a second. Oh, that is new. All right, so we can still one-shot. This is where you dip so it's fresh for you. No worries, Kill Dust. I understand. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for being here. Okay, now it's going to shoot out these little toxic globules, and if I'm near them when they blow, then we can get hurt. I think it's good. They're going to all blow up now. Okay, so as long as I stay away from them, we're going to be all right. It's actually a little difficult to hit these things because my my little target reticle is so small. Ow! Got me. Good job. Not that difficult, though. I want to just stay back. All right, good. Oh, man, so many health packs. Give me that. Okay, now we're going to try to get away. Oh, man, they're everywhere. We can, of course, do this, too. All right, that's 4. 1 left. Can I hit you from here? Oh, man. No, not quite yet. All right, let's get over to the right. See if we can avoid these things. I'm going to get up towards the front here. Got him. All right. Okay, that's the end of the first phase. Are these things... All right, we should be safe here. Okay, now next phase, he's going to send in some guys. They're not too difficult. And then we're going to start closing in the area a little bit. What's next? Uh-oh. I'm going to take that thing out now. I don't want to leave that exploder sack because this area is about to get smashed on pretty consistently. I think we're done with that section. Yep, fish and fab, bang, bang. All right. Now he's going to start doing that. And I think we might be... Okay, now he's going to start shooting acid. Wait, nope. Okay, I can only take out one at a time, unfortunately. But having the foam finger does help out a bit. All right. There's my toxic acid. Now he's going to kind of, like, close off some of the arena and then start slamming down on with the tentacles. So it does make things a little tougher. I think he's going to go in for another shot. But I can't go through that acid without getting hit by it. So now we're going to have to go up. So he makes the area pretty darn small. I think he's going to... Yeah. There we go. All right. Now, if you know this fight, you know that we skipped a pretty big part of it. But don't worry, it's coming. All right. Now I'm on the better side of this here, so I have some room. Okay, he's winding up, so we're going to try to move a little bit. He's going to do another one here in a second. He's going to do a fourth. Now, if he does a cross, you can just kind of move up and avoid it. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. There we go. Oh, what the heck? I can't. There we go. That took a moment. Fish and Fab, it was terrifying in the day. Now it's just a pleasure to revisit. Yeah. I don't love... Oh, let's go. Oh, man, you tracked me. I saw that. Okay, wait, no. That didn't work. All right, he's probably going to do it one more time because I have too much room. It seems like the game wants to give you only so much space to work with. All right, now he's gonna tentacle. Okay, and he's gonna go again. We can kind of move back and forth like this. Yeah, forward, maybe a little too soon. Ah, there we go. All right, move it. Oh, man. All right, there we go. It was taking a moment to register a hit. Normally, we can one-shot those things. All right, one more to go. All right, he's not going to lead me with that. I have too much room. He's going to shoot again. Yeah, whenever you have too much room, it's not going to let you have that. So let's move over here. That's probably small enough where it's going to work. All right. Yeah, there we go. He's winding up. Gonna move over to the side. He's winding up on the right. Whenever he crosses, you can basically just move up to the front. Let's see. You're... No, okay. All right. You're going to show me it. There we go. All right. Now then, if you remember the section that we missed, it was where he grabs you and you have to blow off his tentacles or his little globules here while you're in midair. So they save that for the very last. And this can just mess up your entire run no matter how well you're doing. Oh, like it might. Oh, we're so close. There we go. That's it. And that's the hive mind, everybody. It's like the NES zapper. It takes a second. Yeah, you're right. Kind of is. And goodbye, hive mind. We hardly knew ya. And wham! Okay, out you go. Oh, wait, I wanted to see, does Kendra's body have anything on it? It was over here somewhere. It might be gone now. It might have just gotten, like, flattened in the middle of all that. The stasis pack. Yeah, I don't see her. All right, so I guess she's gone. All right, so we unlocked the secret ending. So if you want to see that, hang out, because now we're about to do that. All right, let's see what this is about. Angel Goblin, thanks for following. Or Galvin. Also, for folks on TikTok, there's a link to my YouTube channel in my profile. You're welcome to come on over there and watch this in full screen if you like. I've never seen it either, Fish and Fab. This is going to be new for me, too. All right. Later, Age of 7. Thanks for nothing. And there we go. Off to make the planet whole again. Oof. Ooh, okay, I got Trusted Contractor and Reunion achievements just popped. I think that means secret ending. Okay, so here's Isaac.
Shimura really was a great ship.
Yeah. We were lucky to see her in her prime.
Oh.
Are we going home, Isaac? There's so much work to do.
Soon. I promise. Gotta build a little something first.
For me? What is it?
It's a surprise, sweetie. But I think you're gonna like it.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, he's got all the sigils on the ground. Oh, that's awesome! That's it. All right. So that was, yeah, I guess from what we saw, it was he's basically just completely given in, which is canon. I mean, that's not really changing things. You know, because in the original game, you can see that he's basically lost it, although it's like the jump scare that happens. And in this version, they still do have that ending. That's still like the default ending. This version, however, yeah, this is when he's finally just kind of given over to it, and is kind of admitting that he has to build something, which is odd, because that really kind of happens with EarthGov, although the marker, you know, like, is kind of like sort of more a little bit omniscient and may be aware that, you know, it can be rebuilt if we find someone to do it. Oh, man. Okay. A couple comments. I miss Silent Isaac. I kind of do too, Fish and Fab. Silent Isaac just had a lot of charm to him. Uplaws, wait, what does that mean? I think so that actually ties into Dead Space 2. So if you played Dead Space 2, you know that Isaac is going to be like basically like captured, and then is going to be like he's going to be interrogated to remove the marker's designs and allow the folks on Titan Station to rebuild the marker. And so that kind of ties into that. Much more. Game Tape Friends Online, yeah, you did show up right on time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we unlocked the secret ending though. That was the truth though. They used Strauss and Isaac to make a marker on Titan. Yeah, I mean that kind of just ties it straight into it. So I feel like now playing this and then going to Dead Space 2, which a lot of people who played this as their first Dead Space game will probably do, will be a much more continuous experience, which is ultimately better for everybody. But I like that. Phil, you're gonna thanks for the great time. Yeah, thank you for hanging out, Phil. Appreciate having you here. Oh man. All right. So that is, let's see. Can I? Okay. And then yeah, they just have the. Now, of course, we already unlocked all of this stuff when we did the original NG ending. So now they just give us an extra 50,000 credits and 10 power nodes. And new game plus save complete. I don't know. Does it give it? Is there like an NG plus 2 on here? Is it like a Souls game where you can basically just go until like NG plus 7? Who even knows? Let's see what happens when it loads up. All right, but while we're doing that, so we'll be back tomorrow, Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, and we're going to start with the Resident Evil 2 remake. So we're going to be kind of like amping up towards doing the RE4 remake when that releases in about a month from now. So next weekend, same time, Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be on YouTube and TikTok. Follow on either or both if you want to make sure that you see that. And we'll be starting with the RE2 remake. And depending on how far we get, we may do Nemesis as well. Let's see. What happens here? Okay, so it does not... It looks like it does not give me anything special for completing it a second time. From what I can see here, like this was the NG Plus run that gave us the foam finger, and then this was the one that was the NG run. This is the NG Plus run. All right, well, cool. Well, I'm glad we got to see that, and that was kind of a nice little treat for the folks that have played this game over and over again, that like know this series really well, like me and probably like you. Uplaws, yeah, I'm gonna go through a streaming RE. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be you know, a great way to celebrate like the RE4 remake that's about to come out. And Fish and Fab, thank you for following. Cool. All right, I think that's about. I think we've covered everything for today here, folks. So thanks for being here. I've been KevinHelpUs. Hope you all have an excellent rest of your weekend, and take care, everybody. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.